Good morning, everyone. It's morning for me anyway, for the next 45 minutes. Hey, Rin. I just had an idea a minute ago, and I was like, I'm going to make a little video about it. I think actually this might be the new first, like the very first video I've taken on my new phone that I got for Christmas. You can see I'm still just waking up. You should be asking yourself, why are you waking up at 11:15 a.m.? Let me first say that basically, I don't normally get new phones. So to finish that idea, I did this time. It's like I've bought new phones, so that's not what I mean. I mean like top of the line new phones. And so I got at this particular time. If you watch this video down the road in the future, you might be like, "That's an old phone." But at this current time, in between Christmas and New Year's Eve 2025, so the end of 2025, this video is being taken on an iPhone 17 Pro. I never had any of that fancy Pro stuff before, ever. I usually like to get like, hey, what's the oldest phone that you have that still is decent, like 2 or 3 phones back, right? Because to me, I've always just been like, I don't need anything like extra in my phone, right? I like to take a lot of pictures and videos, obviously, but I don't, feel like it's important to add, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars extra just to have the new version. But this year I went against my history and did that. So I like it though. It's cool. So the other quick answer to your question that you didn't ask, that I'm pretending that you might ask, on why I am waking up at 11. I didn't wake up at 11:15. I woke up at 10:30. And it's because 2 nights ago there was a gigantic party that my family had, and I didn't go because I don't know what the phrase is for it, right? Hey, Ruth. And of course, my Avatar: The Last Airbender Earth Kingdom soccer jersey. You can see my eyes are a little bit puffy also. I got like a teensy bit cry-y a minute ago. Like, not like sobby, but a little bit tears in my eyes. I was reading this article, and this music was on in the background on my TV that is kind of what I would say like I'll put it back on here in a second, just kind of like a thought-provoking, emotional sound to it. But I don't know what the right phrase is for what happened to me 2 nights ago, but it happens to me sometimes. And I'm not trying to be melodramatic, but it's kind of what would happen to like a drug addict without like an actual like physical drug to do. It's similar to like what a junkie would experience. I was on my way out to the party, but instead of going to the party, I sat down on my computer to check on something. I can't remember what I was actually originally getting on the computer for. It's also not cold outside. I put this hat on because I got it for Christmas, and I just wanted to put it on. So it's not cold out. It's going to be cold tomorrow, like in the like high 20s and 30s. But in Texas right now, it's been in the 80s this week and at the end of December, which is not good. So anyway, a couple nights ago, I sat down to check something on my computer, and I ended up playing a game of chess on chess.com. And I'm not lying. Instead of going to the party, this was at 7 p.m. At 7 p.m.-ish, maybe a little earlier, I played a game of chess on chess.com, and I got beat by somebody who was decent. They weren't good, but I was just playing really badly. And my brain like went crazy about losing. I was like, I got to play again and redeem myself. It was literally like being like a casino and losing and continually like putting your money down. So here's the sick part of it, right? I played 58 games of chess between slightly before 7 p.m. and I stopped. I played my last game at like 4:15 in the morning. So instead of spending the evening with my family doing fun stuff, I like psychotic level lost my sense in mind and like went down this crazy binge of online chess. And I didn't even do well. It was really just me feeding the insanity of the competition. The competition got the best of me, and I went crazy. So anyway, that's enough of that, about all that stuff. My hat, waking up late, my phone that this video is being taken on. So here's the video. Here's my point. So that was a long intro. My point is, I was just looking at this article that was linked to me on Facebook publicly, and I was like, oh, holy cow, I know what this is probably about. So I clicked on it, and it's an article from my cousin Addi, who I don't think I've ever met before. right? But there's a reason why I've never met her. I'm going to tell you what that reason is. I've never met her because her mom, who I knew my whole life, died of breast cancer when we were like young, like in our early 30s, not like early mid 30s. She died of breast cancer, and Addi was I think 6 years old. So she was just a little bitty girl when her mom, my good friend, died. And so this is a newspaper article. Maybe I'll link it in the description here if you guys want to see it. It starts on page 84 and 85 of this magazine. And so, yes, I didn't know about this until just literally like 10 minutes ago. And so I was, looking at it, and I haven't read the entire thing yet. There's a video of her on there as well, but it's just about her strength. The name of this edition of the magazine is all about courage and people who have had to find courage to go through really difficult times and situations. And so I just was thinking about it, and there was something that was said in the article that really brought me to this, right? And please, I'm confident that what I'm about to tell you is like a huge life hack. Like, actually, like you could take this information and live a completely different and way more rewarding and powerful existence. So, and also it reminds me briefly of in the film, which I rewatched recently, which is very good, by the way. I hadn't seen it since it was in the theater. The Edge of Tomorrow, the kind of apocalyptic alien invasion sci-fi film. The Bill Paxton's character, he says that there is no courage without fear. Like you can't have courage if fear is not there first. It's like part of the progression of getting to being able to be courageous and have courage. You have to be afraid of something first. And so in this article, again, it's going over my cousin Addi's journey growing up without her mom after she died of cancer at 6 years old, and just what she made of that experience and how she can now help others through her story, right? So here's what I was thinking about that inspired me to pick my phone up and make this quick video. I was thinking about how a lot of the times people wait around for something bad to happen before they kick into the gear of life where they're going to stop wasting time and they're going to be like inspired to do the best with themselves, or they're going to stop taking things for granted. It for some reason feels like you have to be looking, like straight into the eyes of insanity and loss and pain before you are like, I should stop wasting my life away. I should, start actually working on my dreams and making them come true and telling the people around me that how much I care about them and showing them that I care. And, being an inspiration to other people. This could go on forever. Think about everything in the world that you could do well, that could be done in a way that is living in the most awesome way, right? Think about all those great possibilities. Why is it that oftentimes people only get kicked into that gear by getting kicked in the face by something bad, right? And so I was thinking about how if we could just stop right now, right, and be like, wait a second, I didn't just go to the doctor. Or maybe some of you have, right? And if you have had to make this choice about if, you're going to use it as inspiration or defeat, right? But at least for like me today and most of you out there, I didn't get some really horrible news, like I didn't wake up this morning to a phone call that somebody I really care about, died in an accident or had something really bad happen. Or I didn't get a call from my doctor saying, hey, we took another look at that blood test and it looks like, there is something really horrible going on and it doesn't look good, right? Or there's a lot of examples. So looking at the reality that most of us, okay, and for those of you that do have bad news or tough situations, I would love to hear about how you're dealing with it. Like how does it connect to what I'm saying now about it, like metamorphosizing your view of life into doing more. So I don't want to talk too much longer about this. I'm already getting up toward, looks like about 10 minutes. I wanted to just pose this question to everybody, right? If we're waiting around on like this complacent, relaxed, autopilot life, going through the motions, maybe going to jobs that we don't like, dating people that we don't really feel all that great with, keeping our plans of doing great things that we really want to do trapped in our mind instead of actually turning into something real. And just going through the motions of the same stuff and not really, I don't want to say enjoying, but not being excited and feeling great about what we're doing. If in fact we're doing that, right? And just cruising along, we can visualize right now. Just stop everything right now. Like I'm gonna try right now. If I literally got the worst possible news in the world about so many different things, about me or people I love or anything, why? And with that news, I were to be like, oh my God, I'm taking my life for granted. Holy cow, I took that person for granted. Holy cow, I could be doing so much more. Why do I need to get that news in order to stop wasting my time in my life every day? And here's the good news. I don't have to do that. I can stop this video right now and I can go and I don't have to worry about what other people think. I don't have to feel like I have to have something giving me permission to feel that way and to live that way. And so video's over. Same thing for you. Same thing for me. Same thing for everybody. We don't need to wait around. Okay. It reminds me actually of when I was growing up, I went to Catholic church with my family. It reminds me of what the priest said. I only remember one single thing the priest said in all my years of going to Catholic church, that my grandma, who lived next door, made my aunts, usually really deedy, pick us up. And, oftentimes we'd go run around and just go for communion, which was like, something, if we did that, we went to church. But I remember the priest one day saying that, this is one of my favorite stories. I remember the priest saying that the devil was trying to tempt 3 people to ruin their lives. And he was going to try something worse with every different temptation. The first guy he went to said, hey, I want you to go out and steal some stuff. And the guy was like, will do. And that guy's life got messed up. Then he told the next person, I want you to go kill somebody. And I remember sitting there as a little kid. I was probably like 12. And I was like, ooh, what could be worse than this? The devil asked this guy to go kill somebody. It doesn't get any worse than that. And so the guy went and killed somebody and, ruined his life and somebody else's. And I was sitting there listening, and the priest was like, he went to the third person. He was like, I need you to do exactly what I say. And the person was like, yes, I will. So the devil to that third person, I want you to think of all your dreams and all of the greatness and all of everything that you want from life. And just think about all of it that would make you the happiest and most complete and most fulfilled person. And then I want you not to hurry with it. And I remember being like, what in the world does the priest mean by that? Then I was like, I get it. He was, the devil was saying the worst way he could ruin somebody's life is having them realize everything that would give it the most meaning and then not prioritize or do anything about it. Man, I'll never forget that. So again, I was saying a minute or two ago, the video was over. It's officially now over, guys. The point is, all that stuff, don't wait around. You don't need something bad or somebody else's permission. You don't need any outside source in the world to be your most amazing version of you right now. I'm not a self-help speaker, guys. I'm not one of those guys, hey, you're not paying me. I don't know. I'm just telling you the truth. You don't have to wait for something else to happen in order to feel like you can do whatever you want and to just take today and not waste it. Okay, you don't have to wait for anything. I don't have to either. So I'm going to see if I can take my own advice and get off the phone here and just really use the time I was gifted with, to use the blessing gift of today's time and not waste a moment of it, okay? And you and I and everybody else out there can definitely all do the same. Thanks for listening, and end of 2025. Hope that it was an all right year for you. And if it wasn't, then guess what? It's all in the past. We're here right now, wherever you're at watching this video, wherever I'm at. The most important time of our entire lives is today, and that's all there is to it. So use it well. See you later.